Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What? Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
What is going on, listeners? Welcome to the Smacked Raw podcast, your one-stop shop for all your wrestling needs, your recaps, your reviews, your predictions, all that happy podcast wrestling stuff. I am Two Words Can't See Me, also known as Rob Rude, hanging out with my homeboy Kevin Crazy. Kevin, what's going on, man?
Yo, I'm doing pretty good. It's an exciting night of Fyterfest 2. I'm looking forward to chopping it up about the event.
Jessica says, "Oh no, need something stronger in chat." Jessica in chat is making fun of me because I was talking about how I was drinking Smirnoff Ice on 4th of July. I don't care. When you have 9 of them, it's strong enough. Yes, we are here to recap Fyterfest 2. Before I get into that, I do want to say we are part of Wrestling News World. WrestlingNewsWorld.com. We are the exclusive recap podcast on said website. Go check them out. Go check out Belts by Dan if you want an official title, the replica title made. Cody still needs to hit up that TNT title. Go check them out. Tell them Smack Raw sent you. We are here to cover Fyterfest Night 2. Overall grade, what do you give tonight?
I'm gonna go with B+. I didn't think it was quite as good as last week, but it was still really good.
It wasn't bad. I don't have many gripes, but yes, last week was definitely better, and we will definitely get into why. But I got so much stuff open. Okay, we start out with a bullshit ass match that we should not have had, and it made me mad. We had Paige and Omega versus Private Party, a match thrown on the card simply because Moxley and Johnny Cage, I know it's Brian Cage, but Mortal Kombat, were taken off of the card for reasons that we will not get into and put onto Fight for the Fallen next week.
Yeah.
I don't like this match. I don't like it.
I mean, I hear you. I feel like they kind of just did what the best they could, you know. Yeah, it didn't need to happen though. I know.
It really didn't.
It kind of didn't really serve any purpose.
Yeah, I mean, they threw it out there for the hell of it. It's really all they had. That's fine. Yep. I'm just griping because the best friends got host, and they really truly did. Yeah. And it should have been the best friends in this match against Private Party. Yeah, it should have been that way. I don't know. Anyway. Where did my notes go? I got so much.
No, I hear you.
Some of this stuff. We had Britt Baker passing notes again. Shivani said what her first note said, but I missed it. I honestly did not hear it. He said a lot of stuff, and I gave up on trying to, Private Party hits a shooting star press. This was an average match. It wasn't absolutely great. Private Party hits one of the guys from Private Party hits a shooting star press. I thought they were going to take it. It was an excellent.
Yeah, that was the one thing.
Go ahead. You're good. Go ahead.
That was the one thing about the match. I thought maybe those AEW false threes, God damn it, they made me believe for a second. Private Party might win it.
They don't overuse them.
Though I knew they weren't going to.
They do, but they don't. Yeah. Like, they're still great. I'm still not like. I like seeing them. We definitely seen a lot tonight. But Paige and Omega end up taking the win. My biggest question now is what do you do with Paige and Omega? Like, I was so set on them losing to the best friends and then splitting up and going on with their solo thing, but now they still have the belts.
Yeah.
After Fyterfest and everybody else is involved in a thing. What do you do with them?
Yeah, no, I hear you. I was thinking about that myself. Like, obviously you got to get the belts off of them, somehow. I got to think that's either got to be the Young Bucks or FTR, and the Young Bucks already had a match with them. Not that it's not believable that they could beat them.
Right.
But, I think, I think that it's got to be FTR, to take the belts off of them. But that's the only place I can see it going is like to an end, basically somehow,
That's valid. And I don't know. That's another reason why I was like, kind of like, where do you do with them? Because we'll get into it later, but FTR done got a loss on their record now. Like, we'll get into that later, but man, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. We'll get into that later. But yes, Paige and Omega keep the titles on a match that was thrown together last week that didn't really have any super purpose, just to fill a spot on the card. The following match, we had Joey Janela against Lance Archer, a match that we knew was going to happen. This match wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought Lance Archer was going to bop Joey Janela, like, off rip.
Yeah, I kind of thought that too, honestly. But it was a decent match. I didn't think it was going to quite be like a squash match, but I didn't think Janela was going to look as good as he did.
Right. Archer starts with throwing Sunny Kiss at Joey Janela, though. I mean, that's that's excellent.
Yeah,
I
know. That was
great
awesome.
Content. And Janela starts out with the momentum, like big time, like whoa.
Yeah.
Behind the ref's back, Lance Archer got like frog splashed and then 450 splashed by Sunny Kiss. It wasn't enough. I thought like he was gonna legit take it, but that wasn't enough. Archer ends up. I don't even know the name of Lance Archer's finisher. The reverse Razor's Edge. What's it called? Do you know?
I can't remember, man. But the reverse. The reverse Razor's Edge sounds perfect. So.
I don't even care if I learn the new name. It is officially the reverse Razor's Edge. He puts Janela through a table that Janela actually originally set up outside of the ring. Archer throws Janela in the ring, and he gets the win. Janela put up a fight, though. Good for him.
He did. He sure did.
Good for him. And I want to throw it out there that he looked different without the goggles and the hair. He had his stuff in a ponytail. He was looking like clean cut. I wouldn't have recognized him if they weren't like Joey Janela. I wouldn't have recognized him. Yeah,
I think what they're doing with him now is really working and resonating with people. Like whatever, with the goggles and stuff. I don't know if that was working very well for him.
No, it really wasn't. I liked it. I mean, I like off the wall stuff like that, but yeah, I think I don't know. It's time to switch him up. Maybe now they will, now that he's got another loss on his record and he got beat up again. I mean, bring back the goggles. I'm going to be like, oh, there's a guy that, lost to Lance Archer. And AEW is doing things like that to me. In WWE, I don't care who he lost to, but now I'm paying attention to who they lost to and when. And they're damaging these guys, and I don't like it. So yes, Archer gets the win. I don't know what you're gonna do with either of these guys after this, but I know what you're gonna do with Darby Allin though. You're gonna have Darby Allin do shit that he shouldn't be doing because he's not medically cleared to wrestle. My man's out here on 100-foot freaking ladders and he coffin drops into a pool of foam. It's so good. Kevin's locking up. Uh-oh.
Yeah. There's
Are you downloading anything right now?
Back now? No. No.
You're breaking up bad and it's catching up. Where the hell is Discord?
I just closed something down that might have been messing me up. Am I better now?
Yes and no. Let's let it catch up for a second. So yes, Darby Allin does a coffin drop into a foam pool. Basically says, they say I'm not medically cleared to wrestle, so all I can think to do is practice coffin drops. Coffin drops into a pool of foam. Good times. Excellent. Brian Cage comes out.
Yeah. It was Travis Pastrana, right?
Yes. That's who it was.
That was with him? The dude that was with him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks like an extreme sports elitist doing things. Kyle said something in chat. What a good Fighter Fest. Now time to drink tequila, play The Last of Us 2, listen to my fave podcast crew, and remind Kevin to stay the fuck away from my wife. You should have heard the conversation.
She's a grown-ass woman, Kyle.
You should have heard the conversation. Kevin's like, I don't care. No, not really.
Yeah.
I didn't say that, Kyle.
Yeah, I did. No.
Okay, so Brian Cage
Maybe.
comes out with Taz, and Taz has a bag in his hand, and Taz is like, blah, 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 blah. Brian Cage is the best thing in the history of ever, and he deserves what I have in my hand, and what I have in my hand is the FTW title. I don't know what the FTW title is. You have to be in a big time wrestling fan to know what the FTW title is. I Googled it. Kevin, do you know what the FTW title is?
Nope.
So what the
I don't. I really sure don't.
I didn't look too deep into it. Honestly, I Googled it enough so I didn't look like a complete idiot in this spot right now. What the FTW title was an alternate ECW championship. That's as far as I got. I don't know how you earned it. You had the ECW championship, and then you had the Taz introduced FTW championship. That's why this is a big deal. Taz brought it into the game 20 years ago or whatever it was. And there was pictures of him holding it with the ECW title in the middle of the ring, and it used to look a lot different. It looked kind of like, or actually originally looked like kind of like the Eagle title from WWE when Shawn Michaels won it at WrestleMania 12.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's an alternate ECW title.
I kind of thought maybe it had something to do with ECW.
Yes, you earn it by being a badass, basically. That's why I said you're the baddest motherfucker on the planet if you have this title. And, you know, Cage, you won a ladder match because it's scripted. You're not the baddest guy on the planet. You jumped ranks. Fuck you. Go
Jesus.
away. Go away. I just realized that there's no Marco Stunt spot tonight to criticize him. So fuck you, Marco Stunt. So Cage gets the FTW title. And it's really about it. He takes his title. He goes to the back. Cage is now the official FTW champion. They're going to circulate this. Like, maybe put it up for Mox next week. That just hit me. If you want to say you're the baddest man on the planet,
that'd be kind of neat.
That'd be cool as hell. It probably won't happen, but Brian Cage is your FTW champion.
I could see that.
We'll see what they do with it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Following this, we had the Lucha Bros.
It felt kind of stupid to me, the whole thing.
Oh, Kevin, you're delayed, man. You're delayed.
I am delayed, aren't I?
Okay, I'll slow it down a little bit to try to help you keep up. I don't know if it's you or me. But we can still do this. Lucha Bros, Young Bucks versus... In my notes, I got Lucha Bros and Butcher and Blade. Lucha Bros and the Young Bucks against Butcher and Blade and FTR. Or no. I got this all screwed up. No. It's FTR and Young Bucks.
Yeah.
versus Butcher and Blade and Lucha Bros. Okay. Butcher and Blade roll up in FTR's stolen ride, which I thought was a good touch. This was a good match.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
This was a very good match.
Oh my god. I don't normally like these like big tag matches like that either, but this was awesome. Really good storytelling. It kind of shows where the tag division is going to go from here, I think too, it was nice to see the Lucha Bros back. Like that was awesome just in and of itself. I mean it was just a really good match, and further kind of puts the FTR Young Bucks thing in there. Butcher and Blade, looking strong too, love it. I love this match. It was really, really good.
Butcher and Blade needed to look strong too, because like their comeback looked kind of weak.
Yeah.
Like last week we had, or was it 2 weeks ago or whatever, when it was 2 weeks ago when they stole the truck, and it was like one of the weakest promos I've ever seen. He botched it. Butcher botched it hard. I like Butcher and Blade. I didn't like him at first. I'm digging them now. They did look strong. Everybody looked strong. This match had some false threes, just like every other match did tonight. There was a Canadian destroyer flipped over the top rope. I forget who was in it. Onto all the other 6 men in this match. Like, that's absolutely amazing. It was so good.
I think it was Pentagon Jr. that did it. I'm pretty sure that's who it was.
Yes.
Of the Lucha Bros.
It was so great.
Yeah, that was the spot. That was the spot of the night, man. That was insane. That was the craziest thing I may have ever seen in wrestling ever. That was crazy, man. Canadian Destroyers are crazy enough in and of themselves, but to do it like off the top rope into like a pile of people was like, it's just how did he not die? How did not everybody die? That was crazy.
It was great. There were quadruple teams. The Young Bucks, I already forgot who fought who. It was on Blade. He got superplexed, double superplexed, and then he got frog splash, and then he got 450 splash, and then he got super kicked, and then he had a whole bunch of shit done to him, but he still false 3'd and kicked out.
Yeah.
It was amazing. But
yes,
Butcher and Blade, Lucha Bros take the win. You made FTR lose. FTR is obviously your next tag team champions. And if they're not, you're doing something wrong. Because you brought them in to look like these big macho badasses. You can't have big macho badasses not winning tag team titles.
Yeah. No. I hear you. The reason why I think it works is because they can kind of blame the Young Bucks for the loss.
Okay.
You know, kayfabe wise.
Okay.
You know what
AEW
I'm
does like
saying?
to do that too with like MJF. Oh, he's 82-2, but he didn't lose. He just happened to be in matches where his team lost.
Yeah. Exactly. Because they didn't eat the pin either. So,
Right.
You know, the justification's there. But I hear you. I think I would have rather have had them win myself. But you know, if there's a silver lining to it, it's that there's a little bit more tension, I feel like, between FTR and the Young Bucks.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Now that you say that, yeah, it's going to be FTR Bucks in a number one contenders match. And then the winner of that is going to, it makes sense now. I still thought FTR was going to take this match. But whatever.
Oh, so did I.
Like you said, there was 18 people in the match, and not everybody ate the pin, so that's cool. Yeah. We'll see where this goes. They're definitely doing right with the tag team division, though. Like, all together.
Oh, yeah.
Whole, except for screwing the best friends. For that, fuck you, AEW. Other than that, they're doing definitely great with the tag team division. So following this...
I mean, the only complaint maybe...
Go ahead. You're good.
The only complaint maybe is it's getting a little crowded, you know, that's all. But I have a feeling they're going to get a couple of the teams out of there soon. Like, yeah, I mean, how much? Like we were saying, how much longer is Kenny Omega and Adam Page going to be a team? You know,
that's valid.
I can't imagine that much longer.
And we were also talking last week or the week before about Janela and Sunny Kiss and how they're a good team, but they're not top notch. So you put them in the B division,
right? The
unwritten B division,
exactly.
And then we got amazing tag teams. And then we got other tag teams that are amazing, but they're not as amazing, but they're still amazing. And our tag division is so amazing, we have 2. In WWE, you have 0.
Yeah. Exactly. Or they don't know how to book the tag teams that they have, that's for sure.
Yeah. You got one of the best tag teams in the world. And again, I'll say it, you got them with fucking itchy butt cream scooting across your ring like some dogs, which I loved. Don't get me wrong, but it was still some doo-doo. And then you bring them in now, and I'm like, how these guys lose? They're such badasses. How did they lose? But you had them itching their butts.
Right?
Come on, Vince. Come on. What are you doing?
You had them itching their butts. I mean, you're right. He totally did. That's...
He had them shaving each other's back in the back. Again, I was all for it. I'm all for the comedy, but at the same time, what the fuck are you doing? Come on, man.
Yeah. There's a line.
That's valid.
For
I'm
sure.
all for it, but I will look at the logical side of it as well. Speaking of logical side, Big Swall comes walking up to the building from the parking lot. And the reason I say speaking from the logical side, Big Swole threw Britt Baker in a dumpster. And they got logical and said, you're not allowed in my building because you're a fucking kidnapper and you're a convict and you're a criminal. I don't want you in my building. So she was served papers that she was not allowed in the building near Britt Baker. And Big Swole's biggest gripe was, I drove 3.5 hours to get here.
I know. And the thing is that you're right, man. It's totally valid. Like, she did legitimately, like, kidnap somebody and throw them in the trash. Like, I mean, I think it's pretty reasonable to, like, not want them around.
Right?
You know?
The thing that this
funny.
did for me, I cannot wait for this match. This match is going to be such a banger. Oh, my God. Two excellent wrestlers with months and months to build up. And AEW knowing how to cook juice. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so ready for it.
Because how long have they been? They've already been building it for about a month already, and it's like I haven't. It's not old yet. Like, I want to know what's going to happen. You know,
right?
So,
right.
Yeah,
it's so great. I'm so about it.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I'm not about though, Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose comes out. Her ring and her entrance music hits. We got Nyla Rose. She comes to the ring. 2 jobbers are already in the ring. If you have a pay-per-view level free TV show, don't give me jobbers. Don't do it. But you think you make it better by Nyla Rose a 2-on-1. It's a handicap match. They're still jobbers. You know Nyla Rose is going to win. They got no offense in. Nyla Rose wins. We don't even need to talk about the match. Nyla Rose wins. The whole point of this spot was they've been building an announcement from Nyla Rose. Now, I do love Nyla Rose. So I'm like, ooh, what's the announcement? She's going to get a manager.
Right.
We don't know who.
Yeah.
So they gave us half an announcement.
Yeah, and she kind of threatened Sheeta a little bit.
Yes. Kyle's in chat. He says Nyla did good. Kyle, yes, Nyla did do good. Don't get me wrong. This spot was great. It could have been done without the jobbers, though. It could have been, rather than teasing me for 3 weeks that Nyla Rose is in action, just tease me Nyla Rose has an announcement. Okay, I'm just as excited as her jobbing. Nope, I don't want to see it. Give me the announcement, and Nyla Rose did great. Take the jobbers out of the equation, and this spot's excellent. The promo was a little iffy, but still excellent. She was eyeing Sheeta, like Kevin said. The whole point of this was Nyla said she's getting a manager. And she said anybody who has managers gets things. Arn Anderson with Cody. Now he's got the TNT title. Lance Archer with Jake the Snake. Lance Archer is out beating everybody up. Johnny Cage has Taz. Johnny Cage already getting a title shot when he just got the AEW. Oh, my God. It's because he has a manager. That's the answer. She didn't tell us who, though. Who do you think it's going to be?
Yeah. I have no idea, honestly.
Yeah. Kyle said that in chat. Book her manager. Who do you think it is? Kyle, I have absolutely no idea whatsoever. None. Zero. Zilch.
I can't even hazard a guess.
That's what makes this awesome. Like, when it comes to wrestling, people have their predictions. I honestly have zero clue. None whatsoever who she's going to pull out of her ass.
Yeah, I don't have any idea either.
And I personally think that's awesome because it's going to be such a surprise.
I didn't really think about it like that. I kind of thought that the announcement was a little hollow, you know? But, like, that's true. That's true. Yes. Like, you're like, oh, shit, now I have something to look forward to.
That's why when I told you guys in the chat, I'm like, I've been waiting for this announcement, and now they give me a hanger on the announcement. Who the f*** is it going to be? And Kyle says honk.
That's true.
Oh.
Honk.
Oh, hell no. He said HBK. No. What?
Oh,
get out of here, Kyle. Don't you get my hopes up like that, man. No. Did his contract in NXT run out? If not, don't come in my chat trolling me like that. Any other wrestler in the history of ever? Cool. Did you say HBK? No. Get out of here.
There's no way.
Just like that time.
He's not jumping ship anyway.
Like
him and Triple H are too close.
Like that time they're all like, so and so needs an opponent, and Shawn Michaels is like, oh wait, no, it's cold in here. That made me sad.
Oh.
I'll always remember that.
Yeah. I
remember that more than Daniel Bryan stooshing aside of a career-altering announcement.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was one of the worst things ever. We never got it.
I still
want to know what it is.
Wonder, was that the angle that he's going to do that, or did they pull the string and say, never mind? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yes, Nyla Rose, is going to have a manager. I have absolutely no clue in the world who it's going to be. You could pay me $1 million to get the answer right, and I wouldn't even come close. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't
no
even
way.
know who to pick. It might be someone new because nobody else in AEW would make sense.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. The only real prediction that I have is that it's probably somebody outside of AEW right now. But that beyond that, like it might be goddamn.
What about what's their balls that got fired from Impact?
Oh, Tessa Blanchard.
Yes, she's a badass, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
my answer,
yeah.
Kyle. Tessa Blanchard. That's my answer. It's the only one that makes sense.
I could see that.
Young Kings Wrestling Podcast says Jazz. Who is Jazz? Is that a wrestler?
Yeah, I don't know who Jazz is either.
Sorry for my ignorance. I don't know who that is. Yeah. Young Kings Wrestling Podcast, though. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Tessa Blanchard. That's my answer. That's just the only thing I can.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it. There's context there.
Yeah. But yes, whoever this mystery manager is going to be, she says that this manager is going to lead her to taking Shida's AEW Women's Egg title back.
Egg title.
I don't know if I'd be down for her taking it back. Simply because she's the last one that had it. Do you really want to pass it back and forth when you're still a fairly new year-old company?
Yeah, I hear you. Although I could see them getting the rubber match too, though. You know what I'm saying? A couple months later, if Rose really did win the title back.
I'm getting called out in chat. Kyle says, "Oh no, Rob Jazz is legend." The only legends I know are Shawn Michaels and Jake the Snake Roberts. Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man. Okay.
Steve Austin and Mick Foley. That's about it for me too.
Jazz, former champion in WWE 2002-2003 and former NWA Women's Champion. She was in the Women's Casino Battle Royal last year in AEW. Okay, Young Kings. I came back when Becky Lynch won the Royal Rumble last year. Between that and the Attitude Era, I don't know shit about nothing except the fact that John Cena was one of the greatest things ever, and Randy Orton RKO'd the shit out of anything that stepped in his path.
To be fair, that's about my knowledge too.
Right.
In between those times. So,
So I do appreciate the info. I do appreciate the input. I really do. And maybe that'll be the answer. And if it is, I'm like, oh my God, that's who they were talking about. And I'll pop simply for that. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So, moving on from this segment, again, Young Kings, thank you for the input. I hope it is that, just so I can say, oh my God, they were right. That'd be excellent. Yes. Colt Cabana is sitting in the back, hanging out with a doctor. He's got the biggest bruise I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And apparently he was thrown into a barricade in the locker room with a sneak attack. And the doctor says, even though he's got the biggest bruise on any human ever in the history of ever, he can still wrestle. That's okay. But Darby Allin can't, even though he's good enough to kick flip off of half pipes, do coffin drops into foam mattresses. Doctor says he can wrestle. Brody Lee comes in and says, if you join the Dark Order, this will never happen again. I promise. And Colt's like, just kind of looks at him. That leads us to Colt Cabana, Brody Lee, and Stu Grayson against SCU. Dark Order kind of won me over tonight. Yeah, yes, Jessica, finally, Rob is a newbie. Yes, I am. Ask me about the Attitude Era, though. I'll talk about the Attitude Era all day. Stone Cold stealing Zambonis and and beer trucks, and Kurt Angle stealing milk trucks. That's the good days. So Colt Cabana, Brody Lee, Stu Grayson versus SCU. I haven't cared about Dark Order since they've been a thing. It just wasn't for me. Until tonight. Our three contenders came out, and then they had the rest of their crew standing on the ramp. And I'm just like, wait a second. It added an effect And
That
I
was
like,
cool. That was cool.
I was like, I kind of want to be part of that. Who else has their whole crew just on the ramp? Like, we're gonna fuck you up. Like,
Yeah.
we're done. That was good times.
Yeah, I like that. That added a lot to it, for sure. For sure. It was intimidating as fuck.
It really was.
You know?
Like, I couldn't. I watched them more than I watched the match. I'm like, look at them. They're like,
Yeah.
they about to do something.
Right. Right. Like I was genuinely scared for SCU. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Right. So, match was excellent. SCU dominated a lot of the match, but then it got flipped.
Yeah.
And Dark Order did what they do, and they took over. And I honestly turned my head to grab a bag of potato chips, and then I look over, and Stu Grayson is knocked the fuck out. And Colt Cabana gets tagged in, and Colt Cabana gets the 3 count. And that was kind of it. Like, he looked happy as hell, and the Dark Order were like, okay, let's move on. What's next? It was more business.
And that's exactly what they were saying on commentary. Because Colt Cabana was like all fired up and shit, like trying to get those guys to like dance and stuff, and they were not having it at all. They were just like, "Let's come on, we got to get back to the locker room, bro."
Yes,
you know.
But that makes 100% sense because I've been saying it since this whole thing started. Is he going to join Dark Order? Cabana needs a makeover, and what Colt Cabana does is dances and acts stupid. And Dark Order is like, So this right here is the seed planted to say, no, we don't do that shit, bro. We want you as part of us, but you're going to be us. And I think that was the last time we seen Colt Cabana dance.
Yeah. I think you're absolutely right. I was actually kind of surprised that he didn't like go full on and like, you know, like join. You know what I'm saying? I thought for sure that's what was going to happen.
Yes.
You know? But I guess, I mean, I can see it, you know, going on for like a couple more weeks where he's kind of like a little iffy about it, doing shit like that, maybe. Well, not even that like that, but like, like you said, like he's definitely not dancing anymore. But maybe next time he's like, there's something else that he does that was like,
maybe next time you see him, he wants to dance, but he doesn't.
Yeah, like he thinks about it or something. Yeah. There you go. That works.
Yeah. I expected it to happen, but it's okay. Cook this one a little longer. It's okay. Not too much longer though. Like you need to pull the trigger.
No. Maybe like the Dynamite after Fight for Fallen. I gotta think you can't let it go too much longer. You know.
Now, speaking of not going too much longer, we had something happen after this that you go ahead and you keep it going. Because I am down for these seeds being planted week after week. Big Swole is in the building. Screw your restraining order. I'm in the building in my sick-ass AEW mask that I kind of want one. She ends up slapping Britt Baker. She slapped the shit out of Britt Baker.
She sure did.
Oh, my God. And then this hairstylist or makeup artist, whoever it is that's with Britt, trying to like a security guard. It's not going to happen. You're not.
Yeah.
You're still her makeup artist. Good job on trying, and I'm down for her hanging out with Britt, but tonight just showed you're not going to do anything. That's Big Swole, man.
She ain't shit.
It's Big Swole, bro.
Yep.
I want to see this turned into a battle for the women's title. Like,
I can see that happening. Yeah.
Like
I can see that happening.
If it doesn't happen, okay. It doesn't need a title, but I'd love to see one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, the stakes for this feud are high enough anyway that this match is going to be badass. But, yeah, I mean, imagine it with a title involved. It would be that much cooler. I'm down for it, you know. Or maybe even just for, like, the number one contendership or something like that, too, you know. There you go. Just a little bit more spice, I think, and it would be really cool, you know.
Just a level under a title.
Yeah. Or maybe even just like some kind of gimmick match or something too, you know, maybe a women's cage match or something. Ooh. First women's cage match in AEW or something like that. You know?
A plexiglass match.
There you go. Yeah.
Britt, you like being in
Perfect.
plexiglass? All right, here you go.
Yes, I like it. A
So-
role model match.
Ooh, there we go. So this leads us to our main event of the night. Disappointment is the only thing I can think.
I know.
It was like, I mean, not even the outcome, really. I didn't like the outcome. We'll get into it. But it just wasn't, I don't know. I expected a higher level match. It's Orange Cassidy. It's Chris Jericho. But it's kind of boring, man.
I understand what you're saying. I mean, there were high expectations going to this match for sure. And especially like with the shit that Jericho was saying, because like they pre-taped it or whatever, talking about how it was like one of the greatest matches he'd ever been in and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I went into it with pretty high expectations, and I don't know that it necessarily met those expectations, but I thought it was still a pretty solid match. You know, I mean, but you know, I think it was overhyped a little bit.
That's
like
that's what it is. Like, I wouldn't say it was a bad match. There was a lot of downtime. That was my problem.
Yeah.
There was more downtime than I thought there was going to be. Chris Jericho is 50 years old. Okay, I understand that. But you got Orange Cassidy, and you hype this match up. Make Orange Cassidy whoop the shit out of him for fucking 25 minutes. And then,
right.
But, okay, Jericho wins. In between that, let's see. I got some notes here. They worried more about picture-in-picture than the damn match. They picture-in-picture for 10 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
Jericho had
Did
an
you
abdominal... What's that?
Speaking of the picture-in-picture, JR really sold it funny. He was like, and the moment we've all been waiting for, the AEW picture-in-picture. It was so goddamn funny because it was just like... He's like oversold it. So crazy. It was so funny.
That's all I talked about for 10 minutes. Jericho's doing an abdominal stretch. He's holding onto the ropes. Aubrey notices and kicks his hand. There was a lot of false threes. Orange Cassidy gets hit in the face with orange juice. The best friends fight Santana and Ortiz. Chris Jericho hits Orange Cassidy with the baseball bat. I forget what he named the damn bat. Cassidy kicks out after getting hit with a fucking baseball bat. I popped. I'm like, yes, Cassidy's going to win.
Oh, so did I.
But then Jericho hits the Judas effect, and that was it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. The excitement was at the end. I'll give it to it. But before that, there was too much downtime. That was my problem with it.
Well, the one spot that I really liked in it too was the Orange Cassidy spot where he did the hands in his pockets, did the stupid, but then actually gave him a super kick at the end.
Yes,
of that was badass. I popped for that. I thought that was going to be the end of the match. Honestly, I was like, holy shit, you know.
Yep. There was a couple spots. You thought it was going to be the end, but it wasn't. And then he hits the Judas effect. Yep. So out of all this, the best friends as a whole got screwed. All three of them. Got hosed. And it makes me mad. They're back at the bottom of the barrel. Do you keep Orange Cassidy's hype going?
I can't see how you can't. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, he lost a pretty good match against Chris Jericho. Like, I don't think that kills his momentum. I don't necessarily think it does him favors, but I don't think it slows him down. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He can definitely still be a thing, but it is a big oof. Yeah. It is definitely an oof. As for the Trent and Chuck Taylor, I think their momentum is done. That's what hurts me. That's what hurt me the most out of the entire 2 shows was they got oofed. It is what it is, though. You can't win them all. I tend to like the people that get oofed. One of these days, Lacey's gonna win a title. One of these days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, You know, in all seriousness, I bet she will. She's been in the title picture now several times.
I read a couple articles, though, you know how the wrestling world is. Give or take, believe it or not. Couple different articles saying that Vince no longer likes Lacey, and that's why she hasn't really been on pay-per-views in the title picture anymore. It makes sense. All of a sudden, she's just not in the title picture anymore. I don't think she's going to do it, man, and it makes me sad. Now, Matt Ryder, you tagged me the other day, and you were like, Lacey gets a shot. And I got excited. I was like, what did I miss? What happened? But it's in his tournament that he's doing on his Twitter.
That sucks, man.
I was like, wait, what I miss? Yes, she's getting a tournament. Nope. That's cool, though. Always tag me in these things, Matt, for real. But Matt, I legit was like, yes, no, okay.
Oh, man.
But that's because he did a men's version of a bracket on his Twitter, which he makes polls, and like people vote, and then like the loser gets knocked out of the tournament. And when he did that, I was like, why is there no Lacey here? And he was like, because this is the men's tournament. I'm like, so the fuck what? That's sexist, bro. Lacey and women's right, all them dudes.
That's funny. Nice. I mean, I bet she could beat some of those dudes.
I could, bro.
You know,
he's such a beast.
She is a badass. Legit.
So, yes, back on the subject, that was our Dynamite. A disappointing ending, in my opinion. Orange Cassidy got hosed. Chuck Taylor and Hotter Than a Heat Vent Trent got hosed. It is what it is. What are you going to do? Overall, good 2 shows.
Yes.
Nothing too bad to complain about. Kayfabe aside, nothing to complain about other than the best friends. And I didn't get much Marco stunt either. So, I mean, that's a plus.
Yeah, you're going to get some next week. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that. Against the Elite, right? Is that what they announced?
Yeah, I think you're right. I couldn't remember who it was against. Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I wanted to bring that up and I forgot to put it in the notes. You have Adam Page and Kenny Omega back together. Yay. They're back. Yes. All this title picture stuff. The best friends get a title shot. Kenny and Omega and Adam Page are back together. Yes. There's 14 title defenses before the best friends get their turns. Kenny Omega and Adam Page are back. Yes. They fight best friends. Best friends get screwed. Boo. And then, here's Private Party getting a title shot out of nowhere, kayfabe-wise, for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, Page and Omega are back. Now that's all over. Next week, Kenny Omega's hanging out with the Young Bucks. Fuck Page. It's over. We don't need to pair them together again. Come on, what are you doing?
Yeah. Especially for like an event that's supposed to be still like a mini pay-per-view and shit too.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Right. I mean, it's that's just a gripe because I'm still mad the best friends lost. It's not that big of a gripe. But at the same time, they were back together. Now you're separating them again, putting them against Jurassic Park. Kenny Omega. Well, yeah. If you happen to watch this podcast, you're not gonna, but if you happen to, stub Marco Stunt's toe so he has to be out for a couple weeks.
Well, the other thing to me, the booking with that doesn't, like, why the hell are they even wrestling each other anyway? They're two face teams. I don't know. It just doesn't, I don't know. Whatever.
I was trying to leave that part alone. But yes, you are right. It doesn't make any sense. They just had to throw it together, though.
I don't like to call shit out like that because I just like to enjoy it for what it is. But, like,
your homeboy, Unknown Superstar Blowout, is in our chat talking about some NXT busted shit. NXT. Who watches NXT?
Oh, no.
Okay, jokes aside, though, he did say it just started right now in Los Angeles. That's right. They don't get it at the same time as we do.
Yeah.
That's absolutely, that's mad. That's weird. I don't. It started at 5:00. Why not? I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd rather watch it live. I don't. Right. That's weird.
Like you gotta close Twitter and stay off the internet. That's bad.
Right.
Do that. And also, Kyle says, "Great show, guys." Thank you, Kyle. I try. I really do. That means he left. He's going to hang out with your girlfriend, Jess. That was our show. That was Dynamite.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna DM when he hears that one, because our viewership went down to 1, which means he ain't here no more.
Holy crap.
So yes, that was our show. Fight for the Fallen next week with a couple oddball ass matches that don't make no sense. And then Brian Cage and Jon Moxley finally get their title shot. I think it's going to be an excellent match. It's going to be a great main event. Other than that, I don't know about next week. I don't know. We'll see. Random ass tag team matches.
Yep.
That's our show for tonight.
Moxley better win.
Moxley's going to win. Unless they want freaking Johnny Cage 2 belts. Because now that he got the FTW belt.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool, I guess. I don't know.
I guess.
So, yes, that is the end of our show. Thank you guys for checking it out. For those of you who stuck with us this long, you can catch us on Twitter at SmackedRawPod. You can catch me on Twitter at 2 words can't see me, the letter C. My homeboy Kevin Crazy at Kevin Crazy 316. Crazy is spelled with a K. We have a link tree. You can check that out. That is on our Twitter feed. And we have a YouTube and we have a Twitch. We have all that happy stuff. Well, you're probably, some might be watching on Twitch right now. If not, you'll be watching on YouTube. If not, you'll be watching on Stitcher. You'll be watching on Spotify. You'll be watching on Google Play and Apple Music. You see, I did that. Nice little segue there. Thank you guys for listening. That's the end of our show. Yeah, buddy.